Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts, and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Greetings everybody, welcome back. So hopefully you've got a good Christmas time. Well, today guys, as usual, we take a look at the Bitcoin market. Actually, on the longer time frames, on the monthly and weekly, we do not have a lot of big changes. There's a few comments here. First of all, on the monthly chart, we still keep fingers crossed that market will able to stay above the major confluence. Now it seems more probable as we've got some pullback out from here, and we hope that we will get the grabber. In this case, we could totally rely on this pattern that is forming here. Support and grabber at the strong support simultaneously point us the invalidation point for the setup potential. We consider here the possible free drive pattern, which should lead us to 76 target, which will be next destination point in the Bitcoin by our view. So that will be completed setup. It starts in January, and that lets you to consider taking the long position on the high time frame, not just planning some trades on the daily and intraday time frames. But we still need to be patient a bit more and wait for a week when this setup will be totally completed. Another interesting moment here, or better to say, maybe not interesting, but just inspiring, that you could see that performance on the last week was relatively bullish. As you can see, with this upper direction, market was able to close above the previous top. This is not quite the reversal because market hasn't formed the new lows, but still this is very good sign that market was able to close above the top of the previous week. This is short-term bullish background, so something on that sort. So you can see here is also market was not able to create the new lows, but close was above the top and market was able to go in higher. But this is still a bit different situation. So the tricky moment here, guys, is that market currently is turning back to the confluence resistance, confluence support area. Previously that was the support on the weekly chart. It's 51, 54 approximately. This is wide range here. Why is important? It's because on the way down, market has broken through it as it now exists. So no significant response has been done to this area. It means that on the way up, it might become the barrier. So that suggests that chances that market will show some bounce here stands not very small. So it really could happen. And that, well, makes you make the decision, force you to make a decision how you will deal with the current situation. So I will explain on the lower time frames, you will understand what I'm talking about. So on the daily chart, I do not see something really important. We do not have any clear patterns. Market has the bullish trend here, but inside of this consolidation, we do not have something important. So now let's turn back to idea of the possible pullback, why this might be important. So if you take a look at the 4-hour time frame chart, you clearly could see here the ABCD pattern is forming to the upside. Currently, overall performance here is difficult to call as a thrust or reversal action. This is mostly some indecision behaviors, attempt to calm down the previous nervousness on the market that was because of this collapse based on the Fed decision. So this choppy sideways action in a tight range, and recently market has shown nice upward action. So despite that, we've got this nice acceleration in the last week, but still it is difficult to call as a major thrusting action by far. Why I'm talking about the resistance on the weekly chart? Because take a look, right around the same area, we have 5250, 5270. This is confidence resistance on the daily chart. This market is coming to. The CD lag, despite this acceleration, stands relatively slow compared to the AB pullback. So this is slow upward action. And when the market is coming to this area, personally, I am gravitating to idea or through trading stuff that is more comfortable personally to me of the deeper retracement here. To wait for some pullback maybe to the 618 level, maybe to the confidence support limit. So if you will put here the support lines, you will see somewhere to maybe even this one, or here will be the confidence, if you understand what I'm talking about. It's right here, it will be 48, maybe even 46. 48 it will be confidence support. And then see what will happen. So I prefer, personally, it's more comfortable to my trading style in the current circumstances. When I do not see clear and bright bullish signs, I'm usually following the conservative approach and see what will happen is probably deeper pullback. Besides, here we also could get the grabber. So it is not completed yet, but potentially it might be formed. So, but since the tastes are different, and some traders trade differently, you could consider taking the long position if you suggest that market could go higher right from here, because currently Bitcoin market is very difficult to predict. It's a bit well, not as clear behavior as on other classical markets, let's call it in this way. And take a look what's happened currently. So in fact, market has hit the COP target, showing the pullback. So retracement on the COP already has happened. And if market will go up to the OP or maybe even higher to the XOP, it should happen right here. So if you believe that, and or you would like to try to trade this, you could consider taking the long position with the stops just below this area. Because if market starts action at all to the upside, it started right here. It will not show some drop before it, because reaction on the COP already has happened. But if it will not start it, then indeed deep retracement will happen, but not with this combination of the OP and the COP. So that's an idea. Choose what you like more, choose what it's more typical for your type of trading, to your personality. But here I just explain my position, why in current circumstances I personally do not want to, well, take position right now. So I prefer to wait and see what will happen. Because by my opinion is that the chances on the pullback here are not very small. So that's what we have on the 4-hour time frame chart. Actually, this is our major time frame currently. On the lower time frame, we've got nice performance based on the head and shoulders, if you remember. So we considered this pattern, and we said this probably market could show the upper direction, although we thought that shoulder should be a bit deeper, but it has happened a bit earlier. Now market has completed the ABCD pattern, so OP target of this head and shoulders has happened. So for taking the new position, we again will have to wait for something else. So we need to wait for a pattern. So one of the patterns that we could get, for example, if market will start forming some kind of the ABCD here, it might be the guard is cheaper to buy, that could let us another chance to go long. Additionally, as I said, you could consider taking position maybe here against these lows if you would like to deal with this ABCD pattern and believe that market will go up right to the OP immediately. That's actually the only things that we have on the table on the Bitcoin. Let's see what will happen. But in general, overall suggestion is that if everything will be quite large, if market indeed will show some pullback down to the 30% or 618 support, this will be classical approach that you could try and take a position with the weekly setup, that market will show some minor bounce inside of the candle that has been formed here, and simultaneously we could take the part in a high time frame performance of the monthly chart, because when we'll get this completion of this retracement that I'm talking about, it's probably somewhere close to the end of the year. So that's our view currently in Bitcoin market.